Blessings, everyone. Hi, good morning. It's morning here in Edinburgh. It's 11:30, and it's very dark. So you wouldn't know it was this time of the day. It feels like it could be early evening, light changing. There's a sense that it's going to remain like this throughout the day. We may get some sun in the afternoon, but it's a very sleepy Sunday feel to it. Yeah, I can feel the world snoozing around me. Anyway, yeah, this morning I just wanted to share a message about our rhythm changing in life. So I'm just asking for this message to be transmitted through the heart and with harmony and flow and for the highest good of all. I have a croaky voice this morning as well. I used to do lots of sound in the mornings, and I found that over the past few years, because everything is so still, and also I've just moved into a different space, which I'm still attuning myself to. I'm not sure what this is. So there's a lot of uncertainty that I'm feeling to do with where am I at the present time, and yeah, there's a very deep silence, which is beautiful. So I'm very careful about making any sound because it can be very loud when I open up, and I love to do that. I used to go into some of the churches in Edinburgh, and there's some cathedrals here, two of them that are very special in terms of their history. But I found also that I was feeling again that I needed to be more silent in these spaces. It used to be okay to open up my voice, but it doesn't seem to be happening for a while now. I'm just really aware of the stillness, I guess, and also respect for others. So I'm looking for places where I can open up, really open up my voice. When I share in a place of prayer and in an old church that has really been blessed over and over with lots of divine energy, opening up the voice in these spaces. I feel the building respond, and it actually opens up the heart of the space, and I'm able to really feel into myself and how I share with these amazing, really ancient sources, ancient spaces, and extremely welcoming and loving energies there. And the building is able to, it opens up, and I feel the blessing coming through the stone in these buildings. So you can understand why I would want to live somewhere holy. And that's really what I'm aiming for at the present time, is to find a holy space so that I can create a sacred space for meditation and for this work that I do. So we'll see what comes of that. So yeah, there's a very deep silence this morning. And while everyone seems to be snoozing and resting around me, I'm feeling into the rhythm of our lives, and this rhythm that is changing inside us with regards to this new earth energy that's coming through. Our internal system is awakening to a new source of light that is being embodied through the body, and there's this deep sense of stillness there. Our rhythm is becoming lighter. There's a feeling of being lifted through our rhythm, and it's beautiful. Within that, there's also change happening in our lives with regards to how we live in our world and how our energies operate from inside. There's a sense of our freedom there and our creativity really being blessed with this opening. And so everything takes on a different feel, and it's much more sensitive, living in the present and in the moment. Everything that is sensitive inside is felt in our external worlds in a way that is deeply aware. So it's really beautiful. As much as there is so much going on with the internet and people wandering around tapped into their phones and into whatever it is they're listening to, the music, or just maybe communicating at some level while they're on the street. I feel there's a need to really recognize where we are and to be fully aligned with the earth and our bodies as we move. And playing music is wonderful, of course. And I do play music when I go out, and I've been doing this regularly for quite a number of years, plugging myself in. But to have a silent walk and just really feeling this inner silence changes the dynamic of our lives and how we feel into where we are in our world that we live in. The movement of the inner being, this connection with the outer world as a place that harmonizes. And there is a sound that comes through when we're not plugged in. There's a sense of our rhythm being shared with us through the movement on the street. So you can imagine this feeling of even being in a busy street where there's this sense of movement there, both inside and outside, and this shifting energy that is part of our consciousness, being one with all that is, this extension of ourselves, as we extend ourselves out and really bless our surroundings with our presence and this ability to feel into other beings that are on the street, feeling the connection there. It's really beautiful. When we connect on this level, we're much more aware of one another at soul level. There's a connection there through the eyes, and there's a movement there that allows us to really feel our heart and sense of feeling this full connection with others and with our higher self. And it's a place of synchronicity. So we could be missing out on a lot by not allowing ourselves just to flow into our own rhythm of life. There may be a sense of separation or not feeling part of this big picture that I speak about, but it does move through us, and it's like a walking meditation where you can walk and then you feel this energy that's tuning the body into your rhythm, and you start to move like a dance through life. And there's this shifting sensitivity that moves through the body where we feel the connection with others, and we're able to fully open in a way which feels light. So the light can increase within our awareness, and the body becomes the presence of life, and everything merges and comes together in a place of illumination. So I recommend it. There may be color around. You might be able to see other energies with regards to the aura and this movement, actually, where we intertwine and where people are sharing their energies. Being able to watch people on the street, there may be two people together, and you can actually see where their energies meet and where they blend and merge together, where there's a deep love for one another. And it's quite something. It's very uplifting for everyone, actually, and it's a really beautiful practice to do. And of course, when we're in nature, we can really open up into the energy around us with the rhythm in nature, this feeling of connection with the earth and with the trees. If we're walking near trees or we're in a forest area, as you walk through these areas, then gateways open up in the earth, and you're able to connect in with the nature spirits. And it is like walking in a cathedral of light where everything is interconnected. You can find the animal kingdom coming into your awareness as they're also drawn into this energy. And it's a very multi-dimensional experience of being fully embraced in nature and allowing nature to really become one with who you are as a source of love. So everything is very free within that. And there's a beauty there, of course. It takes on a world where the trees and the energies intertwine, and you have this sense of being it's like being in a canvas or in a painting, or maybe in a movie, where everything is just really, particularly if it's silent, you get this sense of sound coming through the trees, and everything is speaking, and there's this wonderful feeling of being raised into the consciousness of the earth, and this beauty that is around. It's a wonderful place to meditate and just really do some earth energy work, where you can send prayers into Mother Earth and also into the globe and to humanity as a whole, as we become more and more connected. But this is something that can be done anywhere, and it can be done in your space at home, or it can be done, anywhere you go. It's all about awareness, and it's about being able to stay focused inside on this deep love that flows and shares itself through your presence. So you find that everything responds to your energy in a way which is really beautiful. It is it's wonderful. So anyway, I'll do a short meditation this morning, and we'll see what comes through here as we connect in with our rhythm. So if you would like to just really tune in to your inner space there, just really just allowing the inner space to open and feeling this fullness of life inside, and the beauty of this illumination, so our inner light, and the sacred space that we have, our sacred energy. And we just allow these energies to connect with all that is, where we reach into the sacred in terms of life, and all these amazing sacred spaces that are part of life. So we can really fully open into the blessings of the sacred and the source of love. So we're just connecting in with Mother Earth, and she's guiding us into the sanctuaries in the earth. And we can just allow ourselves to be guided and really asking for our rhythm of life, the body's rhythm, to be extended into these spaces, and to feel the beauty of connection and our true rhythm of life. So we're just asking the body to open and feel its natural rhythm. This deep awareness of who we are. I'm just opening and freeing up the spirit of life inside and allowing these magical rhythms to guide us. So we can step into this light and this freedom that we are. And we're just asking for this space of light and this beautiful rhythm that's coming through to take us into a sacred space. And we can feel the love and the welcoming into this sanctuary. And this sanctuary of being, being fully connected. So you can find yourself within a space, both inside and extending, excuse me, into this sacred love that is welcoming you into its warmth and generosity. And as we find this space inside and feel this connection with this source of life, we can allow ourselves to be fully present, and we can feel the life force through the body's pathways. And the opening of this present moment of life, our life force. And we're just allowing these energies to flow through the body and really feel this clarity and freedom of being alive and the fullness of life. So this energy is just really moving through the veins, the blood supply in the body. And we're just asking for this life force and our sacred being to become one with the source of life. And we can just breathe through the body. And we're just really feeling into the rhythm and our authenticity. The truth of who we are as we bless this moment with divine love and our rhythm of life. Just breathing, enjoying the breaths, freeing the body. Owning our life force, enjoying this sense of rhythm. This ancient source and life, these bones and their ancient source. The rhythm, the movement that is fully our own expression of life. Just freeing up our rhythm and our internal movement and aligning with the source of who we are. The beauty of this fluid movement and the flow of life. Chama, 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 ting, 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 inta, 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 inta. One, gratitude for life. And as we breathe through these energies, that move, the natural flow of who we truly are. We feel our vibration rise to meet the movement and the joy of connection inside. This ancient breath, breathing through, blessing this body with divine love and a blessing of unity and flow, harmonizing and uniting. We're just connecting with this rhythm and all of life, where we can feel ourselves in our holy, sacred union with all that exists. Blessing our humanness, being this human form, and entering into this multidimensional existence that we live, where we are all interconnected and we are all one source of life. Breathing for one another and breathing this breath of life, uniting in harmony and joy. Shama, Shama, Shama. So we can say thank you to all of existence, to all of life, to our brothers and sisters of the globe, as we unite and harmonize all of life. We're just taking this energy of life, feeling this sense of sensitivity of being into the heart center and allowing this connection with our higher selves to be fully awakened. as one source of love inside. Asame, asame, asame. Menta, menta, menta. So we can just really connect in with this joy of life, this life force and rhythm, and this blessing and freedom of our ancient source, the dance of life, and all that exists. The beauty of spirit and form intertwined, and this deep love for who we are. So peace to all, and enjoy this meditation and this movement. We may dance together if we're not dancing already, which I'm sure we are. Have a beautiful Sunday. Namaste.